Alrighty, what's going on, everyone? Kind of want to go through some more maps, break down what's going on. Here are two of NA's finest teams, Optic Gaming and XSET. I think we all can say that we have favorites on both teams. XSET is my favorite. I do know how this match turns out, but we're gonna go back through, watch it all, kind of break down where things went wrong, see if there's economy issues, ult charge issues, just plain whiffs, oversights, overestimations, underestimations. Pretty much, we're gonna break it down, see what we can get to. So here we go. So to start off, I do like the comps. All right, I do appreciate teams moving away from the Sova. So having two fades is cool looking. She's definitely a viable character. If you're comfortable with Fade on Haven, you can do some serious work. So it's pretty awesome that we're seeing that here. Second, it looks like we got Phoenix and Raze as our primary duels on each team. Makes total sense. The Raze is pretty new. I think not many people run Raze on Haven as often, and so it's pretty cool to see someone playing Raze. You just gotta be careful with Raze because she needs a lot of space to work, right? Like you need a lot of space to work as a Raze, and if you're only entering site if you're not entering site at a far enough distance, it's kind of hard for your team to get up in there. So it's an interesting pick. Usually that's why you see Jet. Phoenix, that's a stock pick. I don't think Victor's played Phoenix in a hot minute, but Phoenix on Haven used to be like a meta pick, so I kind of dig it. This is where things get interesting. KJ, and then we have a Breach, right? So they're opting to go hard Sentinel, and they're opting to go double Initiator, which has kind of been the meta lately. KJ's not a bad pick. The Breach isn't a bad pick either. You've seen Breach played on this map before. Stock Omens, yep, gonna see that, no surprise. But then Optic goes for another Sentinel. They go for Chamber, which makes sense, but you already have the KO. I'm sorry, the K. They go for Chamber, which makes sense because you have, you don't have like a Jet, but they already have a KJ, so it's gonna be really interesting to see that. I mean, yes, I know Cryo is gonna be on it. I mean, it's Yay, so I would have figured I would see Victor on like a KO or Sova and Yay on Jet or Yay on Chamber, but the double Sentinel is a very interesting pick. Let's see what happens. Oh wow. B off rip is really hard, but it does set a precedence that teams have to respect. So I kind of dig it. Unfortunately, they didn't get it, and they lost the bomb. If you end up planting B first, you can end up doing like some serious work.
Soon enough, but it's so difficult to get past this one. To isolate the fights, and just like that, the players crumble one after the other. Optic gonna be.
That's a really good bait. Kind of like go through the smoke. So you lose eco. They decide to kind of default a little bit. Look at the weapons. You're gonna see this every single time from Optic because they're extremely rehearsed. 4 Spectres and a Marshall. That's what you're going to see almost every single time on their force round. The only control they have is some A, some long, a little bit of garage, C long, and B connector, or B with the KJ stuff. They forced and they're not running it down. People got to realize just because these guys are ecoed with pistols doesn't mean that they're just going to roll over. Like a classic will kill someone with a Spectre. And people don't realize that, and then they end up losing forces. They end up losing their buy round, and it just completely screws their eco over. So, really good patience here from Optic. Likewise, really good patience from XSET as well. XSET is showing really good patience as well because they're not running it down with pistols. They're playing it smart, So we're going to roll it back a little bit. Look how little they don't rotate. Watch. So Yay gets a pick here. Only one player moves. Because XSET's been so quiet the whole time, They can't assume that they're all there. You just simply can't, because you don't know, because they've been almost radio silent. So yes, XSET is all there except for excluding Cryo, but they, like, Optic can't be like, oh, they must all be running it down. They have to assume that that's just an accidental, like, timing on one of their default setups. So that's why no one moves. No one. Only one player rotates to help.
20 seconds left.
You see that? They hold their exact same positions. Now she goes, wait. They notice they're not taking pressure. They don't hear footsteps. They might have heard footsteps off. So now they are already set up for someone taking a different site, which would have been B or would have been C. That's like such a good play. Optic is going to play this so well. I can just tell.
Yep, walking right next to each other. Cryo, patience. Just holding down the one angle now. Backs away, but XSET with a better weaponry. Seem like they are going to be winning this one out pretty handedly. Victor, at some point in this round, managed to get his ultimate, but a quick...
That was the craziest timing I've ever seen. There was nothing crazy special about that round. They just won that round because they had better weapons. That's just what it is. You're supposed to win round 3 if you lost round 1 and 2. So this timing right here was unbelievable, though. Yeah. This is an interesting push down mid while they're pushing A.
Quite unexpected, but BCJ was watching the angle. Final bullet. Do the job straight to the cranium and backing away, making sure that Prowler did latch onto a target.
Okay, you want to see something cool though? Something that I don't know if people realized. So they pushed mid, right? The defense is pushing mid here. Here, actually, we're gonna use green for defense, just because they're green. All right, so defense pushed mid, right, with 4 players, which is kind of normal. And then attack, they're gonna push. They're just like, all right, we're gonna push A, but the problem is they know that they're getting pushed mid, so they're assuming that they're actually getting pushed mid, and they're getting pushed A like this. So they think they're getting pinched. So they sit here and they wait a second. Watch.
Do the job straight to the cranium and backing away, making sure that Prowler did latch onto a target. So they know that there was more aggression pushed up behind that one in mid. I can definitely tell you that.
That's actually a really good idea. And it's a really good play, and it's patience, right? Like, that's super smart to do, because if they were to just barrel down into A, they would actually run into these 2 players. And these 2 players have full shield and a full gun, like with almost full yield tail. So like, it's good that they didn't do that, and it's actually really, really good. So if you're ever in a situation where you feel like you're getting pinched, you need to actually just stop what you're doing and take a second and like figure it out. See what's going to happen. See if they end up pushing. Because if they don't end up pushing, then you're actually going to end up running into a fight. And it seems like you were being pinched, but in reality, all this was open. You just ran it down because you were scared of the pressure from mid, which caused you to run into people holding angles. So really good job on XSET there. I like that patience. XSET just sitting like in A for so long, it really threw Optic off. They have no idea where they are. Like, they're having to have someone lurk C by themselves. Like, go check C, go check C. So that's interesting. It looks like they're just gonna do a B take, yeah.
Once more for the 3rd time in 4 rounds, going towards the B site. Doesn't really look like he has the tools to hold on. If this was a bit,
they're pretty ecoed here. I think this is a good play from XSET to just take it down A. Good util usage there. All that was really good. Okay, so let's break down why they did this. All right, so watch. Remember, we're looking at XSET. So watch the util that is used on site and how they use it, okay? Watch. So the breach lines up. There's a breach ultimate right here. You can see the outline, right? And they're fade ulting. So if someone's sitting backside jump spotting, they're not going to be able to get out of this ult by running over here, okay? So she gets hit. There's a nade, there's a boom bot to bounce off this, right? And there's a nade that goes backside. And there's an eyeball. All of that happens right when the smoke hits, an eyeball lands, right? This eyeball is coming from Crashies though, but like the timing behind it is pretty good.
Breaksdown did a great blow on the attack and to find the holes.
So let's look at it again.
Around here. He has the tools to hold on if this was a bit pacey.
So they get set up. And I want you to pay attention to how when Raze takes sight, when that smoke lands. Look at the timings in which they scale up the site. Boomball goes out. See how she doesn't actually push sight until the smoke is actually up. All that's rehearsed. That's a take, right? They sit and they do that. They rehearse that exact same movement. Like, breach, do your stun, fade and stun at the exact same time. Boombot is going out, bounce and clear. We have your nade going back sight, because if they run back sight and they're hit by this dog, which they don't know, but that's the thing. If they run back sight and they're hit by this dog and the breach ult or the breach stun, they just die. So that's why that happens. That's why you do that stun there. Yeah, really, really good take there from XSET. So last round, they went pretty hard down A, and now they're taking it pretty slow because economically it's pretty even. This play right here is ratty. I imagine, though, XSET clears that. He cleared it. He did clear it. Oh. Oh, wow. So he did clear it. That was a really good job. That was a really good job from Def there. The clear, the freaking Fade Prowler, the Raze nade. Honestly, Raze is kind of a vibe on this map. You can do so much util with her. I like that they took a page out of the guard's book. They had their sentinel sitting mid the entire time, listening for audio. But they're going right into Zop. How do they handle this? Oh, the timing right there would have been perfect for Zekin to take side all the way up. But they don't need to. Oh, but there's timing between Marv and... That was just an unfortunate round there with timing. They ran out of time to rotate. There was a weird timing. That was such a good play right there from BCJ. Alright, we got it set.
It's another hard read from FNS as well. He's worked his way with the judge down into C Cubby. And
Optic's kind of playing this like a pug. They're reading that they're gonna go A, C. Like, oh, we tried to go A, it didn't work, so now we're gonna go C. So they like line up early and play close. So this guy's holding an op, right? He takes the first shot, the jump peek that's gonna happen here. He misses. This person would end up swinging wide. Their second would swing wide, and that's for KJ to kill. That's why it's set up like that. Yeah, with the shotgun. Oh, not even. He takes a shot. He TP's out, right? TP's over here, which is weird to put a TP there because if they're pushing garage, you'll know. But that's a really, really risky timing. And then KJ sits here because they're not going to suspect a shotgun. Yeah, that's. But XSET's a lot smarter than that, though. They're patiently waiting. They hit with a little bit of pre-util over here on A. So they're trying to track like where the rest of the players are. They probably don't know. That was the luckiest fade eye you could have hit right there. Oh, not really. Someone died from it. Yeah, that's a missight on BCJ. That happens all the time. Throwing your fade eye into a smoke, because then they just run outside the smoke. That crap annoys the heck out of me. Like, I feel like, I don't know. Obviously, it's fair, but it's really annoying. He threw his eye before the smoke cleared, so they don't know that someone's there. Do they know someone's there? Yeah, they know someone's there. Oh, I remember this round. It makes no sense for Fade to ult here. Wait, Fade ult and they KJ ult here. Like in a 4v3, Bondsman planted for almost 8 seconds.
FNS just sticking onto the defuse. Where is the follow-up? Where is the denial? Oh, Def's going to be playing towards it. But it is half on a defuse. A perfect swing.
Yeah, that made no sense. Like, XSET played that round well. But more importantly, that was a severe toss for Optic on that round. to use a fatal and a KJ ult, they must have thought that that round was so important that they need to win it, but that was not how you win that round. I think you clear sight, you literally clear sight, and then you ult like closer, like you ult like here, right? You clear sight as fast as you possibly can. You put your KJ ult here, it pushes them off of this entire area. You get to defuse for free. That was like a really weird oversight. Hindsight bias, of course. I know I'm a spectator, but like the use of the fatal and the KJ ult there was a throw, in my opinion. And on top of that, they were retaking with like on a kind of a weird eco. Like, yeah, that was so strange. I like how XSET just decides to play patiently, right? Because they are eco, there's no point in running it down. You don't want to lose guns and give them an advantage by any means. So you want to kind of play for some information, try to find where they're at, and then you just execute on the site once you have either the advantage or you have like some intel that you would be able to win the fights without losing any guns. I love how slow XSET plays though. Like they play it correctly, like so well. They play like so smart. Ooh, that's a weird. Wait, they don't know that there's a. Oh. Alright, look it. We're almost 30 seconds in, and XSET hasn't even left the barriers. They just play so slow, and it's not like slow as in a negative way. It's slow as in they are trying to identify where these eco anti-eco players are. Right? They don't want to run it down when they have such expensive weapons and armor and util. You don't want to ever throw rounds like this. It's definitely respected and appreciated. Oh. That's tragic. He easily gets two there. It does seem like XSET's comfortability is A for the most part. Like they do seem more comfortable with A takes than they do with any other sites. Their B take is pretty good. It's just a little chaotic, and I don't know if it's necessarily their fault or if it's Optic playing it well. But I will say their A take seems very comfortable and very rehearsed. If I was on Optic's team, I would have identified that a long time ago, and your KJ would be playing A by now. Because they're not hitting C as often as Optic, I guess, is assuming they were going to, and they have not adjusted yet. It's 3 to 7, and they have not adjusted the A take. Well, A defense. Their A defense now is just putting more players here. But you, in reality, these players should be controlling the rest of the map, especially Fade because of her prowlers, and then you should have your Sentinel set up on A, and your hard Sentinel should be on A. If you have a hard Sentinel, which is like Cypher or KJ, and sometimes Sage, depending on your map, and they're hitting a site hard like over and over and over and over and over, that's where that player needs to go. It says. Oh yeah, that's right. I remember this. All right. The only reason he lost that round, right? I said this on my stream when I was live. So you'll see the replay. He's walking back. That's the problem. He's walking back. He knows where he's coming from. He's swinging the box, but he gets caught walking backward. I would have just done one or two things. One, I would have held the angle in which I got the first kill. When I got the kill here, I would have just held the angle there, make him swing wide because he doesn't know where I want him to be. Or two, when he gets this kill long, I would have stood in the middle of long. See, like he gets revealed. He gets revealed running to his left, Owen's right. So I would have just stopped moving there and just held this angle. But yeah, that's just unfortunate. He wins that round if he gets to stabilize his feet. So he does such a great job of disciplining these players, and for such a young team, like they're very well disciplined. Optic is not a young team, and they have some straight bangers on their team, and XSET did a really good job and has done a really good job against them in numerous matches. Oh, they planted in such a good spot. Oh, he's done here. Yeah. Yeah, you're not peeking. That's what sucks about a chamber. Is if you have a chamber, he's capable of doing that exact thing right there. He's capable of like spamming his op shots to get kills and win rounds. That's so stupid, but it's the truth. Okay. That's dangerous to have the lurk up A like that. It's crazy. They have A connector control, but bombs planted on site. Now, these two players flanking have a really good opportunity to get some timing, but oh. Wait, why didn't BCJ wait for Aaron? Wait, they were together. Oh, no. BCJ was on site and tries to clear the smoke. Wait. Oh, that's weird there. And I guess Ray swung too wide and Ye clears the flank. Oh, yeah, the timing. Yeah, that was a weird round. XSET should not have lost that, I think. I think if their timing, the patience of XSET on attack is different than their patience on defense. And I've noticed that from multiple games. If their patience was a little bit, if they had a little bit more patience there on the defense round, they win that retake. Oh. Yeah. You're playing a Phoenix. Anti-flash is are a must. Playing anti is a must. Against a Phoenix. What? They're not going to show that kill, but that's good. Good shot from Zeph there. Oh. I feel like BCJ's kind of just like playing for himself on some of these rounds that are really winnable if he just plays for a team with the team member. I like that they're playing defaults. I don't like necessarily that there's nothing in garage to prevent them from taking that. That's a little risky, in my opinion, and maybe an oversight or a lack of util coverage. Now, I understand what I just said, and some of you might be like, "Oh, you're stupid. You don't know what you're talking about." I am very much aware that this guy is holding C long and this guy's holding garage. Right? There's a TP set here. If they swing him, he can't get the kill. He TPs out. I get that. But what I'm meaning to say, and what I'm implying is, if he ends up TPing out and Omen is stuck fighting C long, let's say they swing C long at the exact same time that he has a TP out, right? If they do a quick peek here, this literal angle on this corner, by time he TPs out and Omen is taking contact and they run out, Omen has to run off site. If Omen's running off site, he's going to die. So that's why I say it's weird that they're leaving this open and exposed like that, because this guy's too far to help him over here, to help him in window. So that's where I'm getting at. I think you play breach there. I definitely think you play like in garage. That way you can stop the plant here. This is why I say that. I think you either play in garage the whole time. You just move the breach over, because it guarantees that if they're planting in this spot right here, you can get them off of it. Like, I think that's the move. I don't think breach playing a connector is necessarily the best, because one, your fade's here, she can control this a short connector and a long, which she was with Raze. And you can do the exact same hole that breach was doing, right? The def was doing. You just do it from B connector. That way you're picking up the garage concerns if they push too hard. You can fault line C long if Omen's getting pushed too hard while coming through garage. You can blind window, you can blind this corner, and you also can stop the plant on B. This is like, I'm pretty sure, statistically, it's probably 60-40. 60% of the time people planting here, 40% of the time people planting. And the reason why, if you're planting here, you can't be shot from B. If you're planting here, you can be shot from A. So, I meant to see, by the way. Okay, I like that on Eco. They got some stingers. So if you have stingers, what do you need to do? You need to play up in their face. So they're up here in A short with these stingers, and this is a really good idea. Stingers, a sheriff, and then you have a stinger on C. It's not a bad idea. I think Optic knows, though. Oh. That's so unfortunate. Victor's smart. Victor's holding this. He knows he's gonna have to re-peek this angle. Yeah, that's such a common angle. If you're a ranked player, you need to know that. Like, if they run off site, that's usually where they're gonna pick. You need to be able to hold that. You need to hold that with your life. Another retake situation. Man down and weapon disadvantage. There's not much you're doing there. Yeah. All right, so this is a little bit more of a fair buy for XSET. It looks like Optic's going to decided to take the garage. So it's unfortunate because XSET had to play for this. This is when the chamber was here. Now that the breach is here, so the chamber and breach have switched, right? Breach is now playing here, but they have no intel if they're in garage other than Zekin. So this is it's kind of like you're trading your util for a body, and people got to realize that. That's why it works sometimes and sometimes it doesn't, right? Because there's this thing called human error. So you just gotta be aware of that and make sure that he has to control this. But if he's smoked off, he can't control C, right?
Still waiting it out, and they are so down close. Second, the patient play
Wow.
comes full circle.
Wow.
3 kills in the round.
Wait.
Oh, down close. Second, the patient play.
Yeah, there was some good util used there. Like breach stun, Omen blind. The moment he took contact, breach stun, Omen blind. That was really good. Where you're not going to use util to control a space, you got to use a body to control a space. It doesn't mean you just forget about your utility, though. So that was really good from breach and Omen. The moment Zekin took contact, they breach stunned. Yeah, watch. You can look at it again. See the breach stun? Yeah, that was really good. Breach stun, Omen blind. That Omen was not living that situation. Really good. Really good round from XSET. Oh, I like the counter fatal. Aaron. That is so not good. Oh, Lord. With Tour de Force pot, that would not have gone window at all. There's no point. He's holding that angle. Either he's holding it from long or he's holding it from short. Dude, what happened on site here? Hold on. Alright. 5v5, 119, 118 ults popped. No one's dead yet. Okay, BCJ gets Omen there, but I know he gets flashed here, dies. Oh, and Crowd just gets picked off by Optic, by FNS. 3v2. Omen gets, yeah, Omen just gets, Aaron just gets run through. Yeah, they had a 3-man hold, and they ended up losing it, and not a single, with only 1 kill. So it's a 1 for 3. That's not good for X. I think there, genuinely, they took that contact. I think the kill she got, the kill that BCJ got on Omen was good, but then he gets swarmed. So like either you're playing with someone else or you just don't even try to get that kill. You just get off site completely. But she did counter roll, so you kind of have to stick the fight. Yeah, that's just an unfortunate round. Like Cryo getting beat there is just not good. And then obviously Aaron missing because it's a wide swing and he has to adjust. It's just an unfortunate round. That's a good pick right there. That's why I love Chamber. That's one of my favorite spots to play is Chamber. I actually like holding that sometimes with a operator. All right, so they're learning on the fly, right? They were like, okay, yeah, we didn't like how we lost A last time. We play retake on A. That's kind of the purpose of this, I imagine. Yeah. Taking a page out of the book, right? Look at that lurk. FNS lurks. Most likely he can come up through B if needs be. If he hears nothing, he can come up through B. Where's that nade going? Hopefully default, yeah? Yeah, good default. Huh? Wait, what? How did the raise nade not kill? There's someone in hell. He pops ult. Wait, Omen's still alive. That's how this round. So the nade first of all should have killed Fade, which I don't think it did. It did not, which is weird. But she definitely got she's definitely got injured. But the ult here is what threw this round. Because what happens is he lands, he gets shot out of the sky by the person in hell. That is so scuffed.
Still dealing with this one, especially. Yay.
He's still, if he lives there, it's a 2v2 right here. It's a 2v1.
That 1v1, and it was the reflank by FNS. The positioning unknown for BCJ, but he's sticking it through, half on the mark, and just did not anticipate it. The IGL coming out with the goods.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how they lost that round. I'm gonna go ahead and say, chalk it up, say that was the Ultimate's fault. If they kill Marv there, they win that round. Because Marv ended up killing. Marv ended up killing the Rays, Zekin, even though he was hit with a rocket.
Second timing, it's all down to the timing, and a gun is revealed. Second.
Yeah, really good play there from Zekin not to go get that weapon.
Push that's coming down to the wire. Only flash aftershock is just a little bit too thick. Both of these teams.
Hold on, let's figure out why that retake goes so poorly.
The only one into garage.
It's a 3v3.
Lined up, in fact, to the back of the site.
Oh, that's right.
That's the reposition. A slight whiff there of the aim.
There was just no clear of back sight here. Like, both these players came hopping out of the smoke straight to logs to assume the clear default. I think the timing of Aaron was wrong here. Aaron should have been pushing.
That's the reposition. A slight whiff there of the.
I think Aaron just needed to be here quicker. Aaron, like, if he pushes that quicker, he gets first. He takes the fight on Chamber. Chamber doesn't get the kill on BCJ, right? But more important, and if he does get the kill on Chamber, then he can swing back sight at the exact same time that these guys are pushing on the site and help kill these two. But I don't think these two players. I think that dog should have went straight this direction, and then Rays go that direction. I don't know. That was really weird. I don't agree with the way they retook that. All right, dude. Like, I don't understand. Again, that's like the 5th time BCJ's been killed by himself in the retake situation when he has another player to play with. Like, I know Def. I don't know if Def was saving the op. Was he saving the op at the point? No, he wasn't. So he decides to save op there. This is actually a good position from Dev. He hesitated to leave. He hesitated to leave. He should have just planned to leave. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Instant blind's good. Prevents him from actually running it down.
Right into the connector as well. And they're just using the Phoenix ult to set Ye up on the deepest lines possible.
Yeah, I like that. Using the Phoenix ult, that's actually not a bad play from Optic.
Now the pressure starting to really apply for Victor. One after the other. Ye at the side. That is going to be the 39. And what? Oh.
Yeah, that's really hard for XSET to play there. There were just some rounds that just didn't really make sense. Like the 13-9 scoreline, like, you know, the Rays ult, and then there were just some rounds where people just got caught out. Like, I wouldn't say XSET necessarily played bad. They didn't. They played very well. It was just there were mechanics that happened that kind of screwed them over on multiple rounds. I think Optic played that well. They also had some plays where, like, people are peeking angles in which they shouldn't have, which put them in man down situation when there's an operator in play. I know you get a jump spot, but, like, he hits those, you know? So it's just unfortunate. I think XSET had a really good chance on that map, though. That was really good. It was just unfortunate that there was just some rounds that had some really small timing issues or util issues, and even maybe some, like, some strategic planning problems. But overall, it was really good. Like, XSET played that really well.